Alright, are y'all ready for this adventure? It's a little too shallow for the trolling motor at this little point here. We'll try to get us paddled out there. And be a lot easier if y'all wasn't in my way, you know. But it'll be alright. Bringing y'all along with me. Let's see if I can turn it around, y'all can see the view. So this is the first swamp. And we'll see if there's any dry land in between the two swamps. Kind of hoping they're not, so I don't have to drag the boat. But I might just quit here if there is dry land there. But I'm hoping that I can get to the second swamp and to the island. We shall see. Fixing to get into a little creek run, and then it hills up after that to the ridge. There's my ground blind where I normally hunt at. It's got water in the bottom of it. Alright, so it's a little more shallow right here. I would say this. Alright, that continues on to the river. We're going to go on to the island, the road that goes on to the island. See if we even see any dry. Then I'm going to have to adjust this thing again. Alright, here we go. We're coming on the island. Current's taking us this way. Might be a little hard for me to paddle back out of this crap, but it's too shallow to use the trolling motor in here. So this will give us a good insight to how tall I need to build the cabin off the ground. I plan on putting it on little sticks anyways. Majority of my property looks like this, but it's recreational property. We got about 4 acres out of the whole 33 that is complete dry land, and I am absolutely fine with that. I know people that don't have a single acre of dry land, and they enjoy life and completely thrive. Now, of course, sometimes during the year they got dry land, other times they don't. All right, let's talk about what I discovered real quick. So you stay on the road, it goes fairly well. Once you get to the island, there's spots on the island that they're only like 6 to 8 inches, so you got to kind of pull along. You cannot run the trolling motor. But the island, if I'm going to build my little primitive cabin out there, I'm going to have to put it on stilts. And I'm thinking at a minimum about 6 foot is what I'm going to have to put it. And I'm okay with that, because that'll keep it out of the water, and you know, I can still go out there when it's flooded like this and hang out, read a book, you know, feel like I'm a swamp man or something, you know. I don't know. But I think that I'm going to enjoy this property, even though it floods up to this point. It's pretty awesome. I mean, it gives your life a little bit of adventure. You can hunt it in the wintertime, kind of when it's dry. When it floods like this, you know, our river sometimes floods about twice a year. So there's twice a year maybe that I get to come and do this. Maybe kayak through it, check out parts of the property that I wouldn't see on foot. But, all right, that's all I got for this evening. I hope everybody has an awesome Friday tomorrow. See y'all.